Hello good people, welcome to Raw Vegan Rising. My name is Shane Sterling. I hit 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. I wanted to give a thanks to everyone who subscribed, everyone who's interested in this topic of raw vegan lifestyle. I wanted to thank everyone who's come on board with my channel early before I had a lot of subscribers. You know, that means a lot to me, like believing in what I'm saying, believing in, the raw vegan message, the raw vegan solution for healing our hearts and our minds. And I really wanted to say a deep, heartfelt thank you so much. In this video, I wanted to talk about the biggest challenge of being a raw vegan and being on a raw vegan diet, because there's a lot of people who are looking for solutions, people who are looking for answers, hope in their lives, people looking to heal disease, chronic illness, looking for loved ones and family members who are struggling, looking to, alleviate mental illness and depression. And as those people come onto YouTube looking for information, looking for answers, looking to others who are on the raw vegan lifestyle, I want to offer just a little bit of hope and information as to what I've experienced and the biggest challenge in being a raw vegan. The biggest challenge of a raw vegan diet by far is that the world is not supportive. Everywhere we look, on every street corner across the world, is junk food, processed food, meat, animal products. Everywhere we look. Every commercial on television is about animal products or pharmaceuticals or some chemical product like cleaners and air fresheners. It's absurd. We have been bombarded by the marketing of animal products to us in our society and processed foods because it's profitable to big corporations and big businesses that dominate this planet. They can't sell us fruits and vegetables. It's not profitable. We have to be smart enough to turn to our own inner wisdom, our own internal guidance, the natural law around us in Mother Nature, and look to common sense. And that is that the food is provided for us, whole, unprocessed, raw foods that aren't heat processed, that aren't degenerated, that aren't denatured, that aren't distorted, manipulated. How do we expect to thrive if we're not eating the food that God intended us to eat, that's in bounty everywhere we look? The birds certainly don't need to worry about where their next meal comes from, and they certainly don't need to worry about processing the food in any other way than how it's found for them. The same with all the flora and fauna of planet Earth. Mother Nature has gotten the equation correct, and that equation is that raw food doesn't burden our body. The toxicity in processed foods and even cooked foods, even things as harmless as beans or grains or lentils, are going to create toxicity in the body, a burden on the digestive system, a burden on the organs, 3 to 4 times the load on our organs as raw food. So we wonder why we're sick, we wonder why we're not healing, we wonder why we have degenerative conditions like heart disease, the #1 killer worldwide. You know what I believe is the real #1 killer worldwide? Pharmaceutical drugs. Pharmaceuticals kill more people than diseases do. These big corporations do not have our best interest at heart. These large corporations are exploiting humanity, they are exploiting us. And they're exploiting the animals, and they're exploiting the resources of this planet all around us. We have to be smart enough to turn to what nature provides for us and be stewards of our environment, be stewards of our body and our temple, be stewards of where we find ourselves, which is this beautiful, pristine garden planet called Earth. It is our responsibility to be emotionally intelligent and to treat ourselves with the utmost respect. Eating raw food is the highest vibration possible for our consciousness connecting to everything around us. It brings information into our bodies in the light particles and the photosynthesis that happens inside of fruits and vegetables. You might not know that, but it's an amazing, amazing feeling to kind of like have your cellular communication awaken, to have the sense of connection and intuition awaken. It's like sparking a light inside of your heart and your mind that makes you feel the connectedness to everything around you. When we hear, everything is one, we're all connected, there's only one mind, one heart, that that never becomes more evident than on a raw vegan diet. So that's why we want to turn to a high raw diet. Even if you're only eating 70, 80% raw food, that's going to create a massive, massive difference. And really, we should only be eating whole foods. Whole foods are the solution to the problems that we face in our civilization. People don't think there's a connection between diet and health, or diet and well-being, or diet and the human condition, or diet and how we think and how we feel, or diet and our anger and our racism and our poverty and the genocide that happens on this planet. But I believe it is. I believe it is connected, because how we fuel our mind, our consciousness, and our body affects everything around us. It's the resonance that we take in, and it's the resonance that we give out. Of course, how we resonate affects the fabric of reality around us. It affects our neighbors. It affects our foreign neighbors across the oceans, because we are all connected in a big matrix of vibrational energy. And how I feel and how I resonate out into the world is how others are going to pick up on, and how they're going to feel and how they're going to resonate all around the world. And that probably goes for the animal kingdom too. Humanity probably has the biggest responsibility on planet Earth of all the animals, because we're kind of leading the energetic frequency of planet Earth. Not that we're doing it not that we're doing a good job, not that we're the stewards that we should be. We've obviously interfered with the environment. We've interfered with the animals kingdom, but we can restore that, and we can restore our birthright to lead energetically. To the pictures that we see, like of the lions laying down with the lambs. It's very possible that if humans take right ownership of our stewardship of what we're doing here, that it could change the very fabric of reality on planet Earth. If you know what I'm saying, if you're picking up on what I'm saying, it's a really big concept. And we don't want to discount how we fuel our bodies and fuel our minds. The biggest challenge is being in the world. The biggest challenge is holding true to our destiny and our path when nothing else around us is supportive. Our parents aren't supportive. Our loved ones aren't supportive. The world isn't supportive. The grocery stores down the street aren't supportive. When I go into a grocery store, I see a tiny little produce section, and I see an entire store of processed junk food, meat, dairy, eggs, all the meat and the dairy aisle is insane. And then everything else is all processed food, dead food in boxes and in jars. Nothing in boxes and in jars is going to fuel our body, fuel our consciousness, light us up, tell us who we're supposed to be. It's only the raw fruits and vegetables as it comes from the ground, from Mother Nature, from the dirt, from the earth, from the sun, that's going to tell us how to be, tell our organs how to reproduce the cells to make our body and our consciousness what it is. The hardest part is that no one is going to understand except you, who is called to make this profound change in your life. And when we're up against the hardest part of being a vegan, or a raw vegan, when we're up against the deepest challenges of our own cleansing crisis, our own healing crisis, or our own struggle to stay raw when we're traveling, if we're going to Europe on a vacation for 30 days, how am I going to stay raw? Well, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. You have to be committed. And the secret is being committed to something bigger than yourself, being committed to the spiritual evolution of planet Earth, the spiritual evolution of humanity, the spiritual evolution of all plants and animals, because this is a living entity. Planet Earth is a living entity, and we are all part of the matrix of that living entity, and we contribute. Don't underestimate how you contribute. You listening to this video right now, you contribute to planet Earth, the spiritual evolution. No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing right now, no matter where your consciousness is at, wherever your diet's at, we're all contributing. That's why we have to take responsibility through the highest vibrational foods and lifestyle possible, so that we can make the most difference possible. And even when it feels the most challenging that it could ever feel, like this isn't possible, I can't keep going, there's no way to do this isn't convenient, that's when we just have to have the bigger why. That's when we have to know what we're doing it for. That's when we have to say, well, I'm doing this for something bigger than myself, like the animals, like the consciousness of this planet, like the spiritual evolution of humanity. That can pull you forward. That can be the strength that you can rely on, that you can lean on when you don't have any other reflection back to you that this is the right path to take. So I encourage everyone to stay true to themselves, experiment, because no one else is going to do this for you. When it gets hard, it's okay, because it is hard to go against the grain of society. It is hard to transition our bodies out of a standard American diet, a sad processed food diet. And it's okay that it's hard. It's okay. It's been hard for me. If I can do it, you can do it. Because I feel the best I've ever felt in my life at about a year and a half in on a raw vegan diet. I've transitioned my body. I'm through the struggles of getting my gut bacteria transitioned. I'm through the struggles of feeling hungry when I eat raw food. I feel amazing. So I really encourage you to stay on the path, stay committed, stay inspired, because that's really what it comes down to. If you inspire yourself, you're going to inspire others. And then we all inspire a new way of treating each other on this planet and showing up for our experience here, for our experience on planet Earth. So that's my message. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hit 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe if you want more content like this. Being a raw vegan is absolutely phenomenal, but we need support. So please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.